Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. We got a good one today. Resentment.
Yes.
The things that you may and may not know about it. But first,
Yes.
I want to propose a toast to the love of my life.
We toasting again?
Yeah, we toasting again.
Okay. Let's toast.
May I express my love in words that do not hurt.
Okay.
I love when you do dishes for all that it's worth.
Oh,
Salute!
Lord.
Intro! Thank you guys for coming back to see us here at Shauni and Mondi.
Hey.
I am Shauni.
And I'm Monday.
And we are the owners of UrbanWellBred.com.
That's right.
Today,
Yes.
resentment.
Oh, Lord.
The things that you may and may not know about it. Look,
Oh, my gosh.
a lot of times people don't really understand that those little things build and build and build and build until you have a mountain of little things, and that's called resentment.
Yes.
Okay?
Ooh.
Look, if he is saying to you, I don't like the way you wash dishes, and you feel some type of way about it, or if she is saying to you, why you always out here not cutting the grass when I ask you to cut the grass, and he might be feeling, y'all have both got these feelings like, right. But what you don't do a lot of times, those little times, because you don't want to cause problems, you just don't say anything. And that is something that you should not do.
No.
Right? Because all of those little things build and build and build
Yes.
until you have resentment, people.
Resentment is ugly. I mean, it's like, and it's so subtle, too.
It's subtle. It happens so subtly.
It just sneaks up on you, and you just like, before you know it, you just feeling different. You're looking at them different. You know, everything is just not the same, but you don't realize it's because of resentment.
Yes, man. I mean, you have disappointment, right? Hurt. Then that turns into bitterness. And then that turns into the big R, resentment. Look, we was having a conversation, right? But before that, we were having a problem
Okay.
with this very thing. And he did not understand that this was resentment, right? And I would say, hey, what's wrong? Why you he was not talking or being close to me, or, you can feel that disconnect. And you're like, what's wrong?
Yeah.
And he would go, nothing. Right?
That's what guys do.
Nothing.
We do that. We say
Nothing. Right? But in talking to him last week, I realized that he really did not understand that it was not nothing.
True.
Right?
True.
He just did not understand that the mountain of little problems that he said nothing about
True.
built into resentment towards me.
Yeah.
Okay? And now we talked this out last week, right? And I said to him, okay, now that we got that cleared up and out of the way, why is it that guys, when their woman is talking to them about something, why do they not make the effort to resolve the issues? And this is what he said to me, and I thought it was very, very profound. I'm going to read it because it's long and I can't remember it verbatim, okay? But what he said was,
Okay.
Men will not acknowledge fear a lot of the times. And I'm guessing because it makes them feel weak or make them seem weak or something like that. And he said, but instead, they will manifest it in anger, control, in fear that the woman would gain control over the situation of her life and leave. And he also said this, come on now, because this is good. Unresolved issues keeps her engaged in the relationship. But if she gets the answers, they fear that they may gain their own strength, find their voice, and gain self-control and leave the relationship. So they keep you there in a state of unresolved to keep you in the situation. I thought, ladies need to hear this.
This is true.
Women need, he broke it down. He kept it funky.
Yeah, it's the truth. It may not be true for everyone, but it is a truth. And so a lot of guys, first off, don't want to acknowledge the fear that's inside of them.
Yeah.
And so it manifests itself as anger. Even anger basically is fear. And it just comes out as anger.
Absolutely.
And so guys, because we're not really in touch with our emotions, the go-to emotion is anger. And so that's how we do it. We go to anger and then we shut down. We shut down because we don't have the tools and the words to express ourselves on a humility sort of kind of plane, where we have humility and we open ourselves up and be vulnerable.
But let me ask you this. Vulnerability.
Okay.
All right? Does it make men feel weak?
It can make men feel weak because they
don't have emotional IQ.
Yes.
Which is something we're going to talk about in a future show.
Good point. Yes, it can make men feel weak because we have been taught to not divulge our emotions, not let ourselves go. That's a weakness. That's a woman thing, But the evolved man is in touch with his emotions.
Absolutely.
And he understands that that's how he's able to communicate with the woman, because that's a woman's strength. And if a man is in touch with that, he is in touch with her strength.
Ooh. You better come on and preach here today.
And so a lot of men are not there. And so that's why they miss that point. And the emotion that they go to is anger. And that creates confrontation.
Yes.
And instead of you guys connecting, you guys are butting heads.
Yes, sir.
So, yes.
Preacher.
We will go to anger and we will use that as our go-to, and we will shut down and we will not be able to express ourselves emotionally.
You know what, you're awesome. I just want to say this really in public. I really got an awesome type of guy, right? Because even though he has these faults and these flaws, I am now able to speak with him about them candidly and openly, and he is able to share with me and be vulnerable, because here's the fact of the matter. Men, if you have the type of woman that is there for you and wants to make things better, they won't make you feel bad about being vulnerable.
No.
They won't make you feel bad about showing your emotions, right? Because at the end of the day, that is what we want, unbeknownst to us.
Yes.
But what we are taught is that men should not show those types of things. So then we end up shunning them for showing those emotions. And guess what they do? End up shutting down. So it's a vicious cycle.
Yes, stop being a punk.
And then when they shut down, you like, he won't say nothing. He won't talk to me. What you expect?
Exactly.
Okay?
And it all comes down to tools. A lot of times we both, men and women, don't have the necessary tools to know how to communicate with each other.
Listen, I've been through this. I really thought men didn't have feelings in general, how I was raised. I didn't think men had feelings. I said whatever.
This is true. No filter.
No filter. But then when I come to understand that men do have feelings,
Yes.
I said, oh my goodness,
Yes.
I have messed up.
Yes.
You know, and then I had to correct myself.
Yes.
Right? So what I'm saying to you guys, what he said is that, look, women, gain control of this situation.
Yes.
Right? Make them sit down somewhere
Yes.
and hear what you are trying to say to them,
Yes.
because it is important to you.
Yes.
And men, you do the exact same.
Yes.
But what I want to say about what do you have? Like, what do you have some ideas about people, what people can do to change this, situation or behavior?
Well, I think one of the first things people can do is just pick a day.
Mm-hmm.
Pick a day to talk about it. Because if you don't, sad to say it, you got to corner people. More than likely, it's the guy. You got to corner them. You got to put them in the corner and say, look, this day, Tuesday, we are going to talk about this.
Yeah. I mean, because if you, like, every day, nag, every single day, they're going to shut down, period,
Yes.
period.
Yes.
So you talk to them and say, hey, look, on Tuesday, it's our day to air our grievances.
That's right.
And if he tells you you ain't fold the towels right that day, you write that down in your notebook for y'all to talk about on Tuesday, because it's more than one doggone way to fold a towel.
I'm just saying, when you fold a towel the right way, it fits inside the cupboard perfectly.
You see what I'm saying? But listen, we've talked about this, and if one wants to fold the towel one's way, then one must fold the towel them doggone selves. You understand what I'm saying?
I get it.
Okay, but also, guys, another thing that you can do is just express your feelings and not your thoughts.
Yes.
Okay, because your thoughts might be ugly. All right, but how you truly feel about it,
Right.
you can get that person can accept it better when you say, instead of you saying, why you always not cutting the grass like I want you to cut the grass, like every Tuesday like I asked you to do. You say, you know what? I love when it's cut down low. It makes me feel comfortable.
Yeah, when the lines are going in on.
Okay?
Right?
Right. So you do it in a positive way. Turn that thing around instead of yelping in a negative way.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of saying, why you ain't never romantic? Okay? Say, you know what, babe? I love it when you do romantic things for me.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I would be ecstatic. I would be in awe. My heart would beat if you made a romantic date for me, right? Because men, they want to make you, good men, they want to make you happy, right or wrong?
This is true. And to be real, these are things that she said to me. And I understand that that's what she wants. And so I have to constantly remind myself to do these things, because sometimes I forget. And I have to be just straight up with you guys. I forget. And as guys, we are just so consumed with everything. We're so logical and so whereas women flow. Women flow. Guys just are direct. And so we miss some of the flow. We got to get into the flow of women.
Right.
You know, and so that's where I'm trying to get, to that point where I'm in the flow with her. And I think I'm there, but not really.
He's getting there. After almost 10 years married,
Lord have mercy.
he's still getting there, but we working on it. But here's the thing. You have to express yourself to them in that way.
Yes.
That
It's gonna work.
it's just gonna go one in one ear and out the other, and they gonna count it as nagging, and they just gonna completely ignore it. But if you say, baby, I love when you do this for me. I wish we had more of this. Remember when we used to do this?
Yes.
Oh, I love that so much.
Yes.
Then they're gonna go, oh, you like that?
Mm-hmm. And we'll do it.
And they'll do it.
This is true.
And they'll do it, right? So you have to approach it in that way, right? And then what's the next thing that we got? Like,
Be direct.
yeah.
Just be direct and say what you need and what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Don't beat around the bush. Just say what you want. But work on your delivery. If your delivery is crazy, we're gonna take it as an attack. So, there's two parts to it.
I had to learn that one.
But I understand.
Too direct.
I understand, yes. But I understand where she's coming from. So, and I'll say this to you guys. Just be direct. Say what you want and what you need. And, hopefully your significant other will take it and will respond in kind.
Yeah. And then after you have aired out your grievances, after you have said what is wrong, the things that you want fixed or the things that you worked on, you guys got to compromise. But you also have to, please guys, also be realistic, because sometimes we can get into a fairy tale land. Men and women can get into a fairy tale land of what we want or what we expect from a significant other that is not realistic.
Yes.
Okay? So understand who your partner is and make that thing realistic. But after you have talked about things that you do not like, follow it up by things that they do right.
Yes.
Okay? Follow that up by saying, man, you work so hard for us.
Yes.
Or the ladies,
You work so hard for us.
you work so hard for us, because the fact of the matter is we all work hard for one another and our families, and we have to realize that, we have to recognize that, and we have to say that to our significant others, because it makes them feel good.
They need to hear it.
They need to hear it, and they feel like they're doing something great. But if you don't acknowledge it, and all that you acknowledge is the negative, it shuts them down.
They're gonna shut down.
Male or female, people.
Yes.
You have to also acknowledge the things that they do for you, for the family, for people in general, in love, and express to them how proud you are of them, how grateful you are of them, how much you love all of these things that they do, and they'll do more of it.
They'll do more. Everyone likes an attaboy.
Everyone likes an attaboy.
Attaboy, you did a great job. Man,
Absolutely.
I love what you're doing. People want to hear acknowledgement. That's an awesome thing that you just said. And I think people really don't do that enough, because it becomes so easy to just focus on the negative things, because negative things imprint themselves on the brain more than positive things. That's just a fact.
Yeah.
And so it takes effort to, acknowledge the positive things that a person is doing. And when you do that, they will do more.
Absolutely. It's been fantastic talking with you guys today. And we're going to talk to you more every single week about relationship, about family, about business, about finance. Oh, it's coming, guys. It's coming.
Yes. And guys, please, if you like or dislike what you heard, it doesn't matter. We want to hear from you.
Absolutely.
Drop it in the comments box below. Let us know what you think.
Hey, now look, if you got some questions, listen, Dear Shauni and Mondi. We like Dear Abby.
Not Dear Abby.
We like Dear Abby. You remember that? I ain't gonna. Who old? Who old?
dating
You
yourself.
old?
I'm not
you
old.
I ain't old.
This is
It's Dear Shauni and Mondi. You ask us some questions.
That's right.
We're gonna give you some answers.
That's
but
right.
guys, you know, we have pullovers, we have glasses, we have jewelry on our website. Go ahead and support us. Go and check us out because it's some awesome stuff.
Yes.
www.urbanwellbred.com.
Yes, and please don't forget to like, and share.
Share.
That's right.
And subscribe.
We
Subscribe.
want all the subscribers we can get, guys.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. We got a good one coming up for you next week, and I ain't gonna tell you what it is.
Why? Why would you say that and not even tell them what it is?
Until next time. Peace.